Now it's time to introduce Winona Marie. Welcome to the show, Winona. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Well, I'm hoping it's a pleasure to be here too.
That's a positive start. We have about 20 minutes together, and I'm here for you. And I first want to really praise you and commend you for coming onto the show and sharing your vulnerability. And I want you to know how strong you are for doing that, and what an incredibly positive thing that is to do, to reach out and seek help when you feel the need that you need some extra help and support in your life. So I praise you to the skies for that.
Oh.
And without further ado, why don't you tell me what's going on? How can I help you today?
Well, honestly, I am not as mad as about being divorced as you just did in your Apple love and hate thing. I've come to have a half hate and half love relationship with that. I'm mad with the frustrations of life. It seems that every time I take two steps forward, I get knocked three steps backwards. I believe our discussion before we said that people make plans and God, laughs. I feel like there's a lot of laughing going on.
That's interesting. So let me ask you, when you say I make two steps forward, give me an example of, what is one of the things that you've been working on, or what's one of the challenges? So we can just kind of dig in a little bit. What's one of the challenges that's in front of you right now that maybe God is saying, ha ha ha, let's see you work with this one.
Well, one of the challenges that I've had lately is actually coming to, I have to go back to the divorce, coming to a realization of that relationship. I did have a straight hate relationship with that. And then I wrote a book about it. And it's actually helped a lot of other people. And now they love the book and they seem to think I'm wonderful. But I'm starting to have a hate relationship with that as well. It's like you can't look to someone who hasn't exactly like come into full realization of her full self and potential. Um, I mean, it's great to keep moving forward in the sense of being successful and the book form, but then it's not so great as to feel like you can look at yourself in the mirror every day and see the success that other people think you are.
I see. I see. So the book succeeded, but you haven't quite caught up with the success of the
Yeah,
book.
very true.
Somehow, and this is an interesting thing, somehow you put your best into the book. So
That's
you
what
put your
everyone's
message
saying.
with a lot of clarity into the book, but meanwhile, you're still here going, I haven't quite gotten the message myself. That is so interesting. So tell me, my dear, what's one of the messages in the book that you think people are responding to so well, but that you yourself haven't quite absorbed fully into your own skin?
The fact that I have it all together. I mean,
Ah,
I've had a bunch of reviews and people come up to me and they talk to me about this and they're like, I had the same sort of thing. I've had the same emotionally abusive kind of relationship, and you seem to have gotten through it and you're able to move on and look at what you've
ah,
done. And I'm like, you don't understand. Every day I get up, like I was just talking to some friends yesterday and they had mentioned this and they're like, oh, look at where you're going with this and everywhere. And I was like, um, you see what when I wake up, his voice is still in my head, the abuse is still there, the scars are still there, and as
ah.
much as I would love to say that I have completely overcome it and I'm definitely going to be that beacon with no flaws anymore, I'm going to be that successful person, it's not there.
Oh,
It's not there. I mean, I
I
often
see.
think that if I can just get all of everything that happened in that marriage or everything that was said in that marriage out of my own head, then I can actually enjoy the success and move on and actually be the person other people think I am.
I see. I think you have a case, my dear, of ending-itis. So
I would
it's
love
a
to know what
terrible,
that is.
terrible disease. It's wanting to be finished. Everybody, we get these ideas, our actually our culture, and you can see by people wanting you to be this perfect thing now, this finished product. It's people want you to be this all wrapped up, tied with a bow. You're done. And that's the way we are. If you were done, if I was done, let me just put it that way, I wouldn't be here. I would have graduated. I would be in the next plane with the angels, if I was done. So, but we all want that. We, like, hey, now I'm a published author and I've got it all together. And it's this big image that we carry around. So what can we do for you to allow you to be unfinished? Can you be, we're not at the end of the road. Like I said, if we were at the end of the road, we'd be graduated. We'd be
I feel like
gone.
I should have been. Definitely feel like I should have been.
Well,
In
you're
10
not.
years, I should have.
The proof is in the pudding. We're both still here, which means that we both are still working on things. And this is like a whole different approach to life, is that it's not about being finished. It's about doing the effort. It's about one step in front of the other. It's about learning tools so that the days aren't as hard, like the hard parts aren't as hard. A big part of it is the self-love. And the self-love comes into play when life challenges us. Because that's when all those little, oh, you're not finished, you're not what people think you are, you're a fake, you're a fraud, all those voices come into play. But how can we use self-love? You heard my talk with the apple. Do you think that maybe some of your self-talk could be affecting your day-to-day? If you had tools to go through the day with kinder self-talk.
I don't think I'd get anything done.
What would happen?
Oh, I would definitely still be in bed right now. I might have even missed this interview. Not interview. I might have even missed this moment to figure out how to be more successful. Um, if I had just been like, I'm happy and I'm great, and no, I'm not getting out of bed. I'm like, I'm great where I am. I need no improvement, and that's what would happen. So
I
I always
see.
feel like I need to just keep just a little bit in there, just a little. Like you need to improve a bit more. You're not quite finished. So. Yeah.
Yes, I think you really hit on something important, because there is a balance of inspiration versus, I want to get out of bed because I'm excited about improving, or I'm excited about, getting up and writing the book like you did, versus, I'm perfectly content the way I am, which is, you don't move. It's like nothing happening.
I'm kind of
But
a person, oh, sorry.
go
I'm kind of
ahead.
a person that does extremes, so either I'm perfectly content or I need something to work on. So I don't do like that happy medium thing. It's either
I
or.
see.
It's never been the
Did you
middle.
kind of go periods of time like this, and then you kind of chill for a few, what, days, weeks, months? How does it work for you?
Well, there's times where I thoroughly enjoy being chill. And then there's times where I really am just straight up ambitious. Like I have years of being ambitious, and some years I just take time and look at what I've done and be like, I am content and happy with where I am. But during the ambitious years, it's always got to fix something. Otherwise, the
Okay.
ambition just stops.
So where are you now?
Ambition,
You're in.
definitely ambition.
What is your next ambition? Your current ambition?
My current ambition, I'd like to. Oh, I don't want this to sound like I'm going to try to take. I'd like to do what you do.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, that as an ambition, I would love to do that with me and my other four authors. I mean, and we have had some opportunities to be able to do that. Now, I don't think we're quite yet ready, but that's
When
my
you say this,
ambition.
you mean to coach or to have a TV show or what?
To coach, to help people feel better about themselves and get to where they're going and learn that self-love thing, like what you do with your apple with love and hate. I would love to be able to do something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't see why not. Why not? You really do seem like an incredibly talented person. And you do have an incredible amount to offer. Why wouldn't you turn around and help somebody? Like, I can't help everybody, but I can certainly turn around and help people that are next to me on the path, or maybe like right behind me on the path. And I'm certainly helpful to people who are in front of me. So we all have these gifts to share, and you certainly have an abundance of gifts. I see it in you. And what I want to recommend for you is to get my book, Imagine Self-Love, and also take the course, which is called 9 Self-Love Keys That Will Change Your Life, and to start to really employ self-love tools in your life. Because what I see is so much accomplishment, so much talent, so many gifts. And then there's the training that you've received, which is telling you to criticize yourself.
That's what I was, yes, I completely agree with that. Totally. I mean, I've always thought that that just came from the emotional abuse part because before my marriage, I was always very confident in everything I've always done. And I just started to feel really, really confident. And then, like, you wake up in the morning, you still have that person in your head saying that you really aren't worth anything and really what have you accomplished and where are you going? You'll never be as good as you think you are out to the outside world. So you still got that in your head every day and it becomes such a big battle. Now I will definitely look into the book and the program. I
Yeah.
definitely want to get all that out the head. I mean, I just finished with the repressed memory, so I hope I just finished with the repressed memories. So this will be
Yeah.
nice to take another step forward.
Yes. And I want to say something that's kind of deep.
To see the rest of this episode, click on the link below the video now. You'll be glad you did. Are you still here? What are you waiting for? Click on the link below the video now to see the rest of this epic episode.